NFL Week 6 is underway. Giants and Eagles met at the Meadowlands last night. Let's talk about it. Giants and Eagles at the Meadowlands. Giants upset the Eagles 34-17. I've got to say I was surprised by the outcome. The Giants coming off that loss to the Saints last week, and the Eagles looking to get right. You would think the Eagles would have come up to play, and in the first half, it was very competitive. Halftime was 20-17, and it looked like, okay, this is going to be tough. Maybe the Giants can do something. But, oh my gosh, whatever adjustments the Giants coaching staff made for their defense in the second half, they shut the Eagles out. Jalen Hurts uncharacteristically throws a pick, and there would have been more if not for Saquon Barkley knocking the cornerback out of bounds as he was headed in for the touchdown. The Eagles' offense still looking to find their way. The bickering was evident on the sideline. There was supposedly some sort of team meeting a couple of days ago where the key players, Barkley and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, all got together to talk about what they were doing. They're still talking about it today because in that second half, they could do nothing. Hearing a lot of talk on the morning talk shows about how the Eagles' offense seems predictable. I also think the problem is they're trying to throw the ball too much. Maybe there was something to Saquon Barkley being banged up. Earlier in the week, the reports were he wasn't practicing, he was hurt. Maybe there's something to that, but Saquon started the game strong. The Giants made adjustments and shut him down, but Saquon is too valuable an asset for the Eagles for them to go away from him for as much as they did unless something was wrong with him. The A.J. Dillon fumble at the end of the game sealed it for the Giants. Another punch out. We've been talking about it all the podcasts. These defenses are amazing with the takeaways and the turnovers and the punch out fumbles. It's just an amazing thing to see this year. It's just everybody's doing it now. It's not just one or two guys or one or two teams. It seems like everybody on every team is doing this, and every week it's coming up big. The Giants, got out to a quick lead. They missed an extra point on their second touchdown. They were able to overcome that. It didn't come back to haunt them. Jackson Dart had a great game, both with his arms and his legs. I mean, that first touchdown, the little juke move, getting into the end zone, that was something. The other Giants rookie, Cam Scadaboo, went off. He ran for 98 yards, had 3 touchdown runs. The backflips every time he gets a touchdown is amazing to see. And the energy that these two young guys are bringing to the Giants, and what you're seeing, the engagement of the players, the defense, they're not sitting down when the offense is on the field now. They're up, they're cheering, they're waving towels, they're running out, chest bumping, congratulating them. It's a really nice thing to see. It's something I haven't seen from the Giants in the last couple of years. That excitement's there, and it's nice to see. Another national game, another good game, unless, of course, you're an Eagles fan, but I think the Eagles has no time to panic yet. There were some injuries. I mean, Jalen Carter didn't go for the defense, so that's a big hole to fill on the defensive line, and the Giants did run the ball well. I mean, if Jalen Carter's there, does Cam Scadaboo get a couple of those touchdowns? I don't know. I mean, we'll see in 2 weeks. That's the thing. These guys are going to meet again in 2 weeks. The Eagles have a tough game next week against Minnesota, so it'll be interesting to see how they rebound from this game with the Giants. And we've got to watch the bickering and the body language of this team. I mean, they're reporting on TV that they're already hearing calls for Nick Sirianni to lose his job. I mean, everybody relax. The Eagles were 4-2 last year as well. They wound up going to the Super Bowl. I don't think it's time to panic and start making crazy thoughts like firing Nick Sirianni. I mean, I know the Eagles fans, Philadelphia fans in general, are passionate about all their teams and losses. They take losses hard. So I get it. I feel it. I understand it. They did do some good things. They had some uncharacteristic turnovers. Jalen Hurts especially. He doesn't really turn the ball over. He's great at taking care of the ball usually. But the Giants defense, the last 3 weeks or so, they've really been ramping it up, getting after the quarterbacks. They sacked Jalen Hurts a couple times. The interceptions, the fumbles. The Giants defense is playing with a lot of energy, and maybe that's because of the way the offense is playing. They're now able to score the ball, especially with Jackson Dart in there. He's definitely gives them something that they need, and that you could see why they drafted him. I honestly didn't see much of Jackson Dart in college, so I didn't know what to think. These guys know better than me. I'm just some schlub talking to you on a microphone about football because I love it. But we have lives, and you can't watch every single game like these guys do. So they definitely saw something in Jackson Dart, and that's why they drafted him. There were lots of rumors before the draft that maybe the Giants would take Shedeur Sanders. They liked him a lot, but clearly they picked the right guy for them. Brian Daboll, you could see just how much he enjoys Jackson Dart. I mean, headbutting him on the sideline. Jackson Dart had a concussion scare after a run where he got hit in the head. He went into the blue tent, and Brian Daboll was in there. If you saw the game, he was in there trying to get him out and yelling at the doctor on the sideline, like, when you got to get him back? So, he's really excited. He knows what he has. This kid, Jackson Dart, it's not too big for him. He's played at a big school. He's played in big games. He's played against big competition in his college career. And now he's just a young guy with a lot of confidence, and he's showing it all over the field each week. He definitely rebounded from the turnovers last week against New Orleans. Cam Scadaboo as well held on to the ball, no fumbles. So they learn their mistakes. They're young. They're also too young and too naive to realize they're not supposed to win these games, and they just want to win. And they came from winning college careers and football teams that they just want to bring that to the Giants, and it's evident. The fans were enjoying it. The fans stayed after. If you watch the game and the post-game interviews, they're chanting. You couldn't even hear the TV announcers, and you couldn't hear them speaking on the microphone. The fans are so loud. So I'm happy for the Giants fan. Growing up a New Yorker, watching the Giants, it reminds me of back at the time when Lawrence Taylor came to the Giants and just energized the city with that defense, and Bill Parcells and Phil Simms and all of the guys from back then. It seems a little similar to that. It's a shame now you really look at last week when they played the Saints and lost that game. It's really a game they should have won. And you can even think back to the Dallas game when went to overtime. Like, maybe they should have won that game. They would be 3-3 or 4-2 instead of the 2-4 that they are. But, it was a lot of excitement. It's definitely fun if you're a Giants fan. I'm looking forward to talking to Marcus on here and getting his reaction. He texted me this morning saying it was the greatest game he's ever seen in his life from a Giants perspective, a Giants game in his young life at this point. So I can appreciate that. And he's right. I mean, in the 22 years he's been on this earth, the Giants have not been that good. I mean, he was young when the Patriots and Giants played in the Super Bowl, and the Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl 2 times. But he was really too young to understand that, as he explained in the very first podcast we did. So I'm excited to get his take on this. I hope you guys get to hear his take on this today. But I just wanted to jump on and say, another great national TV game. The Giants rookies have bringing a lot of excitement. Takeaways, wondering with Malik Neighbors out, the wide receivers for the Giants, they spread the ball around a little bit. Robinson had a big catch. There was even a Jalen Hyatt sighting. He had a couple of catches. They dusted him off. This guy was a high draft pick for them a couple of years back and hasn't really done anything. A lot of that maybe was attributed to the previous quarterback, but whatever the case, he's due to injuries. They needed him. The Giants needed him. Jalen Hyatt came in. He had a couple of catches. He helped move the ball and keep that offense going and rolling. Tyrone Tracy was back from his injury, but he didn't really do much other than to give Scadaboo a breather. He only had a couple of carries, not much of an impact. From a fantasy perspective, Scadaboo still seems to be the guy, and Tracy's somebody to watch as a handcuff running back for your fantasy team if anything happens to Scadaboo. But right now, the Giants are feeling good. New York City's feeling good. My son is feeling good. Philadelphia, don't worry. It's still early. It's just a stumble. They still have the talent. Their offensive line, they had injuries. Their defensive line, they had injuries. Injuries again affected the outcome of this game. Key players weren't there. The Giants took advantage of it. Their coaching staff did a great job in the second half making adjustments to shut the Eagles down. And the Eagles just need to get a little less predictable, I guess, according to what I'm watching on TV. Saquon Barkley, hopefully he's not too injured. I feel like he needs more carries than the 13. I think he only had 13 carries last night. Let me just double check that to be sure. I don't want to be caught out for saying something wrong. 12 attempts. He had 12 attempts for 58 yards, and he had a couple of catches as well, 2 catches for 9 yards. So not a lot, only 15 touches for Barkley. I think a winning recipe for them is him touching the ball in some way at least 20 times, so maybe they can get to that and get their wide receivers going. Devonta Smith had a ball overthrown. He was wide open. It looked like it was going to be a touchdown, and Jalen Hurts just missed him. Again, uncharacteristic. If you guys watched the game, you saw it. But Giants, another upset win. Giants win. Eagles lose. They meet again in 2 weeks. We'll see if the Eagles get healthy, how this game goes down in Philadelphia. I know the Philly fans are going to be going crazy down there. And let's see if these young guys for the Giants and their innocence and just exuberance just can keep turning this thing around for the Giants. I mean, Brian Daboll and Joe Shane need these rookies to keep producing for them to keep their jobs. So we're going to be watching that. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will check you guys out in the next video. Enjoy the games on Sunday.